Good morning, everybody. This is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. We're gonna say hello to Kali. Miss Lady was driving by. I had to stop. Hi, lady. Good morning, Suzanne.
No.
Are you saying good morning? This is Kali Tiger. She was patiently waiting for breakfast, so I knew I had to stop and say hi. Yeah. Yes, good morning. Good morning, Mirza. Good morning, Daniela. Hi, Shauna. Hello, Rochelle. Good morning, Kathy. Hi, Bonnie. Miss Kali. Patiently waiting on breakfast. Sweetest lady. I was just driving by to head up to food prep, and she was just too cute. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Allison. No, don't lift your tail at me. That'd be a new one. She's never tried to mark me before. Yeah, goofy girl. Good morning, Donna. Hi, Cheryl. Hello, Gina. This is Kali Tiger. I was driving by. I had several requests come through on my Facebook page yesterday about cats people wanted to see. Kali, unfortunately, wasn't one of them, but she's one of my favorites, so I stopped. Don't get that ball. Yeah. She headbutts that ball, and it's like 90 pounds. It's crazy. She'll go play in her grass now. Oh, look at those pink feet. Hi, Karen. Good morning, Mary Lou. Oh, thank you, Mary, for your donation. You marking that as yours? Morning, Jamie. This is Kali. Hi, Monica. Miss Kali's showing off this morning. So goofy. So I had requests yesterday to see Frankie and Moses and Bailey. That's Gabrielle talking in the background. Hi, Donna. Yeah, how can you not stop when you see this? So silly. Hi, Mary. We're just watching Kali destroy her grass. You're so silly. Uh-oh. Who's banging on the other side? We better go look. I think it's Zebu. Could be Cameron. Cameron! What are you doing? Thank you, Mary Lou, for your donation. So Cameron and Kali have this silly thing where, yeah, see him digging. And he'll headbutt, and he really wants to see Kali, but that's why we installed this fence between the two of them. She instigates him. Look how good he looks, though, you guys. Nice and active. He's still eating and taking his meds pretty well. Cameroon! Cameron Lion is up harassing Kali. Cameron! I don't know how you don't see anything. We've looked at a tiger and a lion so far. Looking at Cameron right now. What are you doing? Are you being so feisty? Cameron. Where are you going? You try and get Kali. Doesn't he look good, you guys? It's pretty awesome. All right, we're gonna slide on out of here. We'll go back and see what she's doing. Following the keepers now. That was Michael and Candy. Lockouts must be done. Here comes Karma, kitten Karma, coming to work. Miss Cully. Her favorite thing in the world to do is to put her boomer ball in her pool. It's quite fun.
Hi, lady. Yeah. Back to Cully. We'll say goodbye. Yes, we'll say goodbye because breakfast is probably coming.
She's beautiful. Well, thank you, Cheryl, for your donation. Yeah, there's a long backstory on Cameron. He's been a picky eater for as long as we can remember. We actually thought we were losing him completely a few weeks ago when he went and saw the doctor. But learn all about Cameron at bigcatrescue.org/Cameron. He's also almost 18 years old, which is way older than they would normally live in the wild. So he's actually doing pretty awesome.
Cully. All right, your last drive-by. Your last drive-by, lady. All right. Good job.
She's making me nervous lifting that tail. All right, so let's hop back on the cart here. Possibly trying to think of who we'll see on the way. Might be able to see the cubs. I know Lori wrote an awesome letter to management about the cubs last week. They don't seem to get enough screen time compared to those little baby bobs. Absolutely adorable. These guys are pretty active before breakfast. Hoover's about doing the same. He's eating, but he's back to eating in his den or on his platform. Hi! He was neutered, so that's why he doesn't have a mane. Like I said, learn about his story at bigcatrescue.org/Cameron.
This is Aries. Hey, Aries. Come here. What are you doing?
He's like, I'd like to be on that side. So Aries, Artemis, and Orion are 3 siblings that all live together. But in order to feed them in the mornings, we do drop doors to separate them so they don't feel the need to fight for food.
He's our big boy.
Aries is definitely the largest of the 3.
Where are you going?
He's smart enough to know I didn't bring any food. He's also the one that purrs the loudest.
Hi. Gorgeous boy. Handsome.
He's like, nope. The cubs, we call them cubs. Clearly they're not cubs. They came here as cubs. I believe they're almost 13, 12 or 13. You guys would have to check on their page. You can look up any of them at bigcatrescue.org/Orion/
I know, Aries or Artemis. Hi. Hi, cutie.
They're all like, nope, you didn't bring food. I'm smart enough to know that. Nope, we do no breeding here, so nothing you're gonna see is pregnant.
Well, gorgeous.
If I walk over there, they'll just move.
Let's go this way. Hi. It's just gonna focus on the wire.
All right. All right, never mind. Maybe let's try Nikita. Yep, we are accredited by the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries here. So that means we don't buy, sell, trade, breed, or touch any of our animals. This is Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. It's Cameron calling in the background. Good morning, everybody. No, Laura, I don't believe we've rescued anything that came in pregnant. Let's try Miss Nikita. Morning, Kathleen. Sorry, as I'm walking and driving, I've not been looking at the comments. But when I get back to my desk afterward, I can definitely go back through and answer questions. But it looks like Suzanne and some of our other moderators are here, which is always so helpful. Paige, we're primarily run on volunteers. There's our big girl. So you can go to bigcatrescue.org/get-involved. Hi, lady. Hi, Deb. This is Miss Nikita. Hi, lady.
Hi. It's almost breakfast time.
Oh, that was a big stretch. This is Nikita. She's our female lioness. She's our largest cat on property. You can actually watch Nikita 24/7 on her camera. If you go to bigcatrescue.org/cams, you'll see all the various cameras that we have around property. And Nikita is one of them, one of our more popular cameras. You gonna lick your pole now? So goofy. Tim, that's a great question. So all of our cage maintenance is obviously done when the cat is not in there. So all of our cages are built in several sections. We're able to move the cats from one section to another, close the separating doors. I'm gonna enjoy your pole this morning. She always does this when I come over to her in the morning. But anyway, so we're able to shift the cat to a different section of their enclosure, and then we're able to take the mowers in and mow. Some of our cats mow the grass themselves. I'm sure Andy Tiger's always got photos of from his camera that everybody posts of him eating all of his grass or pulling it out of the ground. So that's extra enrichment for them. We don't touch here because it would be rude. These are wild animals. They would never allow you to touch them in the wild without probably hurting you. So why impose that on them when they're trapped in captivity? We don't enjoy having cats in cages. That's something that just doesn't seem right to us. So you can definitely help us out with that by going to bigcatact.com.
You tell them.
Thanks, Deb, for posting that. Yeah, even if these cats were to tolerate us petting them, if they were to accidentally hurt us, which she's like 500 pounds, so how wouldn't she accidentally hurt you? They would actually force you to put them down and test them for rabies. And that's not a risk any of us are willing to take. See, we don't need to impose our selfish thoughts and feelings on these beautiful animals. They didn't ask to be put in cages. You guys can learn Nikita's story at bigcatrescue.org/Nikita. You hear that tongue scraping? She would literally take the skin right off your arm if she licked you. Isn't that right? You got all those barbs on your tongue. Cats' tongues are designed to literally remove fur and skin off of animals, so if you don't think they're gonna do that to your body, you're crazy. Yeah, actually, Paige, that's something that a lot of people think. Usually when they rub the side of the cage like that, what they're actually doing is using all their various scent glands to mark their territory. So that's why they'll try to pee on you and at you. They will rub and mark their side of the enclosure. They're reminding us that that's their side and this is our side. Yeah, you're exactly right, Laura. She does. She does this every time I come visit her. It's so silly.
He's so silly.
Yeah, she's something else.
You're so goofy.
Isn't she gorgeous, though? I love her tail floof. Do you see her little tail hanging out down there?
Is that a trick? That's probably a trick, huh?
I love the way she sits, too, with her little paws like that. Yeah, Barbara, that's how cat tongues are designed. That's why they're barbed like that. Yeah. You're such a good girl. Yeah, look at those teeth. That was a good example. Yeah, those are several inches long.
All right, baby girl. Yeah, we got other cats we're gonna go say hi to. Okay?
All right. So you can see she has this open air enclosure here, but this side over here that we walked around that has a roof on it, if we were to have bad weather or strong winds, we call the cats into their roof sections and close them in there. And that'll keep them safe from any kind of debris or falling limbs or anything like that if there was a storm. We've got a lot of preparations in place for storm season. She actually eats over here. The smaller box off the side of her bigger cage is called a lockout. And that's where they get fed in the mornings. You can see Miss Maya in the distance on her platform. All right. He is incredible. Incredible cat. Let's see who else we can pass by. Sometimes we use food as motivation, definitely. A lot of our cats are food motivated, but sometimes they just know they're keepers and they feel like it, they'll just follow you, so. Yep, lockouts where they eat their food. Here's Miss Riza.
I stopped for Riza, of course. Ow! Ow! Hi, lady. Yeah. Sweet girl. This is Riza. She's a cougar.
Or you could also call her a puma.
Or a mountain lion. She's one of our chatty girls. Morning, Susan.
Yeah, I can't pass by Riza.
No.
You guys can hear Beecher calling in the background. Denise, we started out with Cameron, so when this feed is over, definitely go back and watch. He was instigating and trying to play with Kali through the fence. He's doing well. You can hear the tigers calling this morning.
Bye, Riza.
Yeah, it's pretty hot and humid here too.
All right, bye, Miss Riza. Bye, lady.
Yeah, Ashley, she's an easy one to fall in love with. We spent some time with Manny yesterday morning, so we're just gonna do a little drive-by with him today.
Hey, Manny.
Manny's our only Jaguar. Oh, you have to see Sundari. Hi, Sherry. Sunny hanging off of her platform. What you doing, lady? This is Sundari.
Hi.
Hi, gorgeous. She's also in the right position to just launch herself at me if she wants to.
We're gonna keep our eye on you.
Mm-hmm. I think the leopards are some of the most sneaky cats. She's using her platform as a scratcher.
Scratcher. I feel good.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so cute.
Barbara, we're on 67 acres. We're in Tampa, Florida.
Just grooming before breakfast.
I love it. The way she's laying is how you would see a leopard like draped over a log or a tree branch in the wild. It really does, Karen. Yeah, a lot of people always say, how do you tell the difference between a leopard and a jaguar? And I don't think once you've seen Manny compared to Sunny or Armani that you could ever be confused again. Yeah, so I've been a keeper out here for the past 3 years.
Sunbun.
So these cats have gotten very used to seeing me every day cleaning, handing out enrichment, doing operant, feeding, all that good stuff. So I think that's part of why Carol wanted me to help out with these lives, is I can give everybody a bit of a different experience. Carol's around a lot when there's things like vet procedures and moving cats, and they don't associate her as much as they do with me, with like fun stuff like food and toys and all that. So
Frosty. Hi, there's Mr. Frosty.
Frosty is on funcation right now. So it's this very large 22,000 square foot enclosure. Our cats, basically leopards and smaller, get to come out here for 2 weeks at a time. Yeah, I'm sure I can find a way to post a photo of Sunny and Manny next to each other so that you can really tell the difference.
Sweet boy, are you having fun?
Yeah. We spent time with Manny yesterday morning, so we are actually gonna check out some different cats today, but you can go to our Facebook page and you'll always see my live posts in our feed. So there's Miss Natalia up there on her platform. She's always ready and waiting right there for breakfast. Got Servy over here. We're just doing a little drive-by.
Hi, Servy.
This is Servy. She's an African serval.
Hi. I didn't bring any treats. I'm sorry.
Yep, Hutch and Beecher, we just passed by them. They've always got a morning chorus going on. Get you guys up front and hopefully we'll see Frankie. See Zukari on top of his platform, just like he was yesterday morning.
Hi.
He turned 3 years old yesterday. We have around 70 cats right now. We also have 8 rehab bobcats that are being rehabbed for release back into the wild. So we've got our interns out ready to feed this morning. So let's go up here.
See Frankie for a minute.
Looks like Frankie's finishing up his breakfast. So you can see he's eating in his feeding lockout, but he has all of this additional space over here. He has a nice big den and even more space over here.
Good morning, Lee. We're saying hi to Frankie. Looks like Frankie just finished up his breakfast. Yeah, hi. Hi, cutie pie.
Frankie's one of our very newest arrivals. He's been here maybe 2 weeks at the most at this point. He's a clean plate eater. He'll eat every last morsel. Yep, one bobcat lives in this enclosure. Our cages are designed so they're quite large, but they're built in sections. As I mentioned earlier, in case we need to do any kind of maintenance, we can shift them from one section to the other without ever having to catch them or sedate them or stress them out.
Hi, you're right in the sun, sweet boy. What you doing? You gotta get every last bite. Every last bite.
So pretty in the sunlight. He's a very cool brownish red color. Oh, thank you, Jeff, for your donation.
Oh, are you trying to catch that fly?
He's got a fly that he's trying to get.
Cutie pie. Hi. He's so sweet. Good morning, Diana. Hi, Sarah E.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for all your donations this morning. Anyone who's sharing this feed, we really appreciate that.
You just gonna lick the plate and hope more arrives?
We do feed our cats once a day, first thing in the morning. If they're pickier or they have medications or anything like that, they'll get several meals a day. We do as much as we can throughout the day to make sure they're all getting what they need. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, the white on the back of their ears are called flashes. It's a way that they would communicate with their young. You can get that fly, aren't you? Sorry, he's like directly in the sun. It's a little bit hard to
get him. You're just getting every bite.
Yeah, Simba is the newest Savannah cat. He's the absolute most recent cat to arrive here. And he was from New York. He's doing pretty good. Every single day that I'm on property, I walk over and sit and chat with him. He's always just staring around, taking it all in, but I see him out walking around. I see him cuddled up in his den. He enjoys his big platform that he has. He's got a lot of tall grasses that he's always laying in.
You getting every bite?
Frankie's tail here absolutely cracks me up. It never stops moving.
Always moving. Hi. Hi, cutie. Hi, cutie. Yep, and Frankie's a bobcat.
He's determined to catch that fly.
Frankie, you're getting so many hearts. He's gonna get that fly. Get it. You get it.
It's absolutely adorable.
Where are you going now?
You hear him calling? Aww.
He's like, I'll take some more.
So silly. So his neighbors are Moses and Bailey, and I had somebody request those yesterday, but I was all the way on the opposite side of the sanctuary. So, since we're right next door,
Bye, Bud Bud.
oh, thank you, Paige, for your donation. Since we're so close, I'm gonna walk over and see if we can see them. Well, Savannahs, we always have the same situation. They take very slowly to the food that we offer them, so we always continue to offer them what they were already used to, but we're slowly weaning them to a fully raw diet. Right now, Simba really likes fish and shrimp, which is exactly what Beecher did as well. but it didn't take Beecher very long before he immediately was enjoying everything else we were offering. So each one's a little different. You can see they've got a bit of a jungle, so let's see where they're at first. We're looking for Moses and Bailey. Oh, here's Moses. Hi. I'm gonna come around. I don't want them to think that I'm feeding them. I don't want to trick them, but good morning, everybody. This is Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. Hi. Can we come say hi to you? I don't want to scare you. Oh, I hear Bailey. So there's Moses, and there's Bailey. Hi, cutie pies. I hope whoever requested, I think it might have been Diana, and I don't know if I see her, but oh, we tried. Now they're in their jungle. Well, that was a brief little rare moment for you guys. And it was over in a flash. Bailey's usually the pretty aggressive one out of that scenario, so I'm actually surprised we didn't get a nice little bark. So I see a Biscuit, and I hear Miss Smalls, and there's Mrs. I'll get a little more bobcat time in real quick. Mrs. had a birthday this week. Hi! She also turned 3. Hi, sweetie pie. Hi. No, don't mark me. Don't mark me. I'm gonna pee on you and run, is what she just did. This is Nabisco. Hi. Hi. You're the sneaky one too. You're the sneaky one too. This is Nabisco. Nabisco and Mrs. Claus live together, but again, if we have cats that live together during feeding time, we do separate them so that they don't ever feel like they have to fight for food. Nabisco has a nice big water bowl that he sometimes drinks out of, sometimes plays in. We noticed with these two, they were able to start pulling their water dishes, their smaller ones, out of their feeding lockouts and playing with them, and then they wouldn't have water because they've dumped them. So the big bowls have really helped these two. We're always adapting per cat and what they need. He's quite the busybody in the morning. Let's see where Smalls went. Small girl! Where's Small girl? Oh, there she is. Hi, Pumpkin. This is Smalls. Also a bobcat. Also gonna show me her butt. No, no butt. No butt. Hi. Cutie pie. Yep, that's right, Deb. We don't do any breeding here, so if they live together, they are spayed and neutered. What'd you go doing that? You want your butt? So Smalls, Nabisco, and Mrs. are always a lot of fun first thing in the morning because they all run and talk and chirp and play. So you can see she's always trying to mark me as hers. Always marking me as hers. Cutie pie. Oh. Sweet girl. All right. All right, no more marking. Actually, while we're over here, why don't we try to see Pharaoh? Pharaoh's not one that you'll see a lot during like a visit to the sanctuary. He's very shy and elusive, so he's usually not out for tours. You can see him over there, so we'll walk over there. I also had a request for Ariel yesterday, And I'll show you that where Ariel hangs out is on the top of that platform. It's going to be very hard for me to actually see her. She's very, very shy. She's actually one of the cats where we'll drop her food and walk away to a far distance and then watch her, because she just doesn't have a lot of trust for people. So we don't get to see her all that often. She's out a little bit more in the evenings, but... Hi, Pharaoh.
Hi, sir. Hi, good morning. Hi. This is Pharaoh. What you got on your lip? Oh, thanks. Thanks.
So Pharaoh is a white serval. You can learn all about him at bigcatrescue.org/Pharaoh.
What are they doing over there? What are they doing over there? Oh boy.
Pharaoh is gorgeous. Yes, he absolutely loves Jamie. He's on Jamie's feeding route.
Oh, big yawn. Oop. Oop.
Him and his brother Tonga are the only two white servals known to exist. They should look more like, which I guess I haven't shown you a serval yet today, but Nala's next door, so maybe we'll pop in over there. Yep, they're both here at Big Cat. Back before we realized that breeding serve no conservation efforts. Nope, if they're born in a cage, they can never be set free. Yep, he's got 2 or 3 spots on him that show you the serval colors. I don't know if you can see on the back of his neck there, and on the side of his neck, and he's got one near his leg as well. The last little spots left. Would you quit peeing on me? To this day, Pharaoh's the only one that has successfully marked me. I wasn't paying that good of attention as a red shirt, and he got me, and he's actually gotten me twice. Mindy, no, I think it would be crazy if somebody tried to break into our property. We've got a ton of surveillance, a lot of security measures.
Yeah. You're so goofy. You're so goofy.
What was really funny is, as a red shirt, Pharaoh just took to me naturally, but he absolutely hated my husband. Like, would try to back him up into a corner and just wouldn't let him walk around his cage. And now they're okay. They're good friends. Once my husband Mark was able to start feeding and doing enrichment, he changed his tune a bit, but
I feel pretty special though. Yeah, the snow angel likes ya. You're so silly. You're so silly. You're just shedding like crazy. You're just shedding like crazy.
yeah. Yep, Frosty is their dad, and I believe it was Nairobi is their mom. She has since passed away. I think he's starting to get a little eager. Wants to know if food's coming.
Is food coming for you? I bet it's close.
So for those of you asking, let me see if Nala is still over here. She was hanging out on the side. I'll show you what a traditional African serval would look like. Oh, she's up on her den.
Here's Nala Bean.
I always love when she lays up on this den. So pretty.
Yeah, our hissy girl. Such a hissy girl.
So this is what your traditional African serval would look like. And Tonga is eating his breakfast in the background. Bridget and Fred are feeding. Bridget's being trained right now for feeding. Your sweet Nala girl. Her breakfast is coming soon. So you can see Ariel up top there again. I want to see if Miss Tiger Lily is out. Sue and Lakota live over in that enclosure there. They're very serious about breakfast time, so we won't bother them right now. I don't like to be a distraction during breakfast, so that's why a lot of times lately I come out either before or after, because as you can tell, a lot of these cats do know me, so I don't like to distract them, keep them from eating. There's Miss Tiger Lily. She's also a bobcat. Oh yeah, Liz, the lighting is just amazing here in the morning. Tiger Lily's doing well.
Sweetness. Such a good girl. Is breakfast coming?
You can see she's got some of her mats have grown back. She's quite old. She's our oldest cat on property. I mean, they adjust just like we all do. We all acclimate to the humidity, and they're less active during the day. We hand out a lot of popsicles in the summertime. We make lots of sickles we use blood and water and freeze it. We do tuna, chicken, salmon, sardines, a little bit of everything.
Hi, lady.
Yeah, Deb, our sunrises and sunsets are pretty incredible. Very, very lucky. I actually tend to drive into the sunrise coming to Tampa and then into the sunset when I'm going home to St. Pete. So it's hard not to feel pretty lucky.
All right, I think they're bringing your breakfast. You better come down.
All right, so let's see. It's like our feeding routes here, so I don't want to distract anybody. So we'll see Sue as we walk by. Maybe. Nope. She's like, nope, I'm out of here. You don't have food. You have this weird thing that you're holding. I just saw Catherine come out and give food to Simba, who's in here.
Got Mrs. again.
Nope, Christy, we have not had any escapes. We've got way too many safety measures in place. Smalls squeaking at Mrs. Yeah.
You talking?
I'm trying to backtrack to find my golf cart. I think I left it by Frankie. There's Moses again.
Hi, sweet boy.
So if anybody has any last minute questions while I'm walking back to my cart. If you're talking about Queen Nikita, she was in the feed earlier, so definitely go back and watch. She's doing well. There's Frankie again. So I'm thinking, let's go try to see what Seth and Andy are up to. Yep, Nikita's doing good. She was on our feed earlier. We actually started with Kali. We saw Cameron. Did a little bit of a drive-by on the cougars after Nikita. Saw Manny in passing. Today we've seen a lot of bobcats, a few that we don't normally see, like Moses and Bailey. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's check out Maxine area. We'll keep our bobcat theme going. They're still waiting on breakfast. Yeah, you start wandering around. You're like, where did I leave that golf cart? I'm just extremely thankful and lucky that I got one. Catherine's like, you need a golf cart, because I would get all the way back to my desk and then they'd be like, hey, we're gonna do this, and I'd have to walk all the way back across the whole property from my office. So
Hi, this is Marianne. And this is Max, much bigger Max. Hi. Maxie. You're still waiting on breakfast. Marianne's gonna pee on me. Yep. That's what was coming, I saw it. Oh, that's not very nice.
So we normally separate all the cats that live together before feeding, but these two and Moses and Bailey actually naturally separate themselves, so.
I think you're on empty, girl. Yeah, you got a good one earlier. Hi, cutie pie.
Max is one of our largest male bobcats for sure.
Cuties.
Well, thank you again to everybody who's donated, everybody who's sharing this, and everybody helping me answer questions.
You guys are such busybodies. You're such busybodies.
Well, that wasn't on empty,
But you missed. Thank goodness you missed.
yeah. I must have some kind of scent on me today where every single one of them wants to mark me. Even Kali raised her tail at me today. That's never happened.
That's never happened. Guys are such busybodies.
She did it again. You're determined. This is actually why I always have a full extra change of clothes in my car.
Yeah, I learned. I learned after Pharaoh.
All right, well, let's continue our mission. Give you our beautiful view. You can see Cameron and Zabu's enclosure across the way, and Kali too. It's the big wooden bridge with the Explore cameras for Seth and Andy. Actually, just walk over here. You guys remind me where I left my cart. It's by the kitten cabana. So let's see what Seth and Andy are up to. You guys can watch them all day as well on the Tiger Lake camera. Oh, Seth is already out here. Oh no. Let's see. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. It was pouring rain here, so most likely they're just trying to remark everything.
Sethy! Hi! Hi, sweet boy. What are you doing over there? Did you already eat?
I don't know if he'll...
You want to come over here?
He might be too comfy, but we'll see. So this is the way that the keepers go around the back of Seth's enclosure to check it for various things that we check for when we're cleaning enclosures. It's absolutely beautiful back here.
Hi! What are you doing? You want to come say hi?
He's thinking about it.
Hi, Jessica. We're just wrapping up our feed.
I was gonna try to catch Seth before he was done eating, but clearly he ate and is ready to spend all day laying by the lake.
You gonna come over here? No.
But you guys can watch them, him and Andy, bigcatrescue.org/cams, and you'll actually get the same view I had when I was coming across the bridge. Oh, thanks, Jamie. My name's Brittany. I'm one of the keepers here, and I'm the newest staff member. So I try to go live every morning that I'm here, and then anytime anything else interesting is going on. A lot of the cats know me pretty well because I've been a keeper for the last 3 years. Oh yeah, he's snoozing. You're just snoozing. Well, I just want to thank all of you guys for joining me, and definitely go back and watch the feed from the beginning. It always posts in our Wildcat Walkabout Show channel as well as on our Facebook page. No, Annette, we don't have an issue with alligators. We've got a really thick perimeter wall around our property, so we don't have any issue, and the water doesn't flow from outside anywhere. So baby bobcats are doing great. They're also on the cameras, so if you go to bigcatrescue.org/cams, look for, I believe it was Foxtrot's camera, as well as Bravo and Tango's camera should be on there as well. But yeah, you guys can spend all day watching many of our live cameras. They're a lot of fun. So thank you guys all so much. I hope you have a great day. I will hopefully go live tomorrow as well. It's always weather permitting, but any day I'm here, I try to. So I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you guys so much for joining us.